We are in March 2026 and currently the West Asia region of the globe is on the edge. The West Asia is witnessing one of the most dangerous moments in the recent history. After the killing of Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei in coordinated US-Israeli airstrikes, the region has entered a phase of direct confrontation and constant wars. Iran has responded with waves of ballistic missiles and drones targeting Israel, American military bases across the Gulf, and strategic locations in several Arab nations. There are growing reports of destruction across multiple fronts. Military bases have been struck, all facilities have caught fire, and residential areas near the strategic targets have faced huge and heavy damage. Explosions have lit up the skies in parts of the Gulf. Casualties are being reported and civilians are living under the constant fear of fresh attacks. Global markets have reacted sharply, oil prices have surged, and world powers are scrambling diplomatically to prevent the conflict from expanding further. The situation is not just a regional crisis anymore, it has become a matter of global concern. Now let's deep dive and understand what exactly is going on in the West Asia. Hello and welcome everyone, I am Gaurang and you are watching Lokmat Times. And this detailed report we will explain everything you need to know about one key question. And that is, why have the Arab countries not attacked Iran despite being hit by its missiles and drones? Is it fear, is it strategy, or is it the concept of Muslim Ummah playing a role? Let's break it down simple and clear. First, let's understand the immediate trigger. The death of Khamenei was not just the elimination of a political leader. He was considered as the highest authority in Iran and major religious figure for Shia Muslims worldwide. Now his killing has been portrayed inside Iran as both an attack on the nation and an attack on Islamic leadership. Countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain and Kuwait host key US military facilities. Iran claims that these bases are legitimate targets because they are being used to support American operations. In some cases, missiles have landed near oil infrastructure and industrial zones, creating fires and raising alarm. Yet despite being directly or indirectly hit, these Arab nations have not launched military retaliation against Iran. The first and the most immediate reason is the fear of escalation. Iran has made it very clear that if any Arab government joins the military action against it, the leadership compounds, palaces and critical economic infrastructure could become direct targets from Iran. Now, for the Gulf nations whose economies depend heavily on oil exports, global trade routes and tourism, a prolonged war could be huge and heavy devastating. Investors could flee, shipping routes like the Strait of Hormuz could become unsafe, and oil production could be severely disrupted. Simply put, war would hurt them economically more than it would help them strategically. The second factor here is the diplomatic balancing. Most Arab countries maintain strong security partnerships with the United States. However, in recent years, many of them have also taken steps to reduce tensions with Iran. Saudi Arabia and Iran, after years of rivalry, had even begun restoring diplomatic ties. The UAE has maintained business links with Tehran. These countries are trying to avoid being pulled fully into a US-Iran war. If they openly attack Iran now, it could completely collapse and remaining diplomatic channels and lock them into a direct conflict. Now let's talk about the religious dimension, the concept of Muslim Ummah. The Ummah refers to the global community of Muslims. While it is true that the most Arab nations are Sunni majority and Iran is a Shia majority country, history shows that during major external crises, these divisions sometimes can be set aside. The killing of a top Islamic leader is being viewed by many Muslims not just a geopolitical move but also a moment of religious significance. If Sunni-led Arab governments attack Iran immediately after such an big event, it could be perceived by many across the Muslims world as siding with the United States and Israel against a fellow Muslim country. That perception could damage their image domestically and internationally. Leaders in the region are aware that the public opinion in the Muslim world can be powerful and unpredictable. There is also a political narrative factor. that Iran has long positioned itself as a champion against Western and Israeli influence in the Middle East. If Arab countries strike Iran now, Tehran could use that action as a propaganda, portraying Arab government as acting on behalf of the Western powers. Another important reason is the internal security. Many Gulf countries have diverse populations, including Shia minorities. A direct war with Iran could inflame sectarian tensions within their own borders and their own country. Now, governments are cautious about triggering internal instability while already facing external threats. Saudi Arabia is a key example. It has seen Iran as a regional rival competing for influence over Yemen, Syria, and Lebanon. Now, reports suggest that Saudi leadership has warned Iran that it reserves the right to respond if the attacks continue. Yet, despite strong rhetoric, Riyadh has exercised caution. This shows that even countries with deep strategic rivalry are calculating the risk very carefully. We must also remember that none of these Arab states were officially part of the US-Israeli strikes that killed Khamenei. Many denied allowing their airspace to be used. So, is the Muslim Ummah a factor in their control? And the answer is a big yes. But it is only one part of a much larger picture. Religious sentiments, fear of escalation, economic survival, diplomatic strategy, internal security concerns, and global image all combine to shape their decisions. At this moment, Arab nations are walking at a very fine line. They want to protect their sovereignty and avoid appearing weak. But they also want to prevent a regional war that could burn their cities, damage their economies, and destabilize their governments. For now, restraint appears to be a strategic choice, not a sign of weakness, but a calculation of a much-needed survival. That's all for today. Stay tuned with Lokmat Times for more in-depth analysis and updates. I was Gaurang, and thank you for watching.